you know, you have to see what color you're buying naturally, but buy them in a tiny pea ball head, because that will make them last a lot longer. Once they start to open, that's when you're gonna have a day faster.
You don't do Teleflora, do you?
Not anymore.
Okay.
I started a new thing with the tribute store. It's called the Undertakers all seem to. They all wanted me to be it's called a preferred florist. Okay, so I did finally break down and do it. But then I was catching on because I would get an order for something and I had to look it up one day what it was, and it sold for $149, which is what you were going to pay online. The Undertaker gets money, but they sent it to me for $46.64. So I was like, I sent them an email. I can't do it for that. Can I get more funds? And they sent me the money that was on the website. So I've done it with every order, and I'm getting more, but I'm starting to figure out that they're not giving me what you're paying anywhere near it, and they're getting a lot more than 20%.
I just asked because I know those purple things had Teleflora underneath, and I didn't think that you
No,
did it.
I was years ago, until I found out. We had such an astronomical year. I said to my mother and my grandmother, because we couldn't even walk in the shop, and I said to my mother, wait until we see what this is. I said, I think it's the biggest Mother's Day I've ever had. And when we figured everything out, I lost like 40% of the orders because it was all wire. You have to buy their container, buy the case load, so I have a lot of them. I buy the ones I like, and you can always use the blocks, you know. But they have a minimum. Then they take that out of your credits at the end of the month. You have to buy the foam they use. You have to buy all the sticks for the cards. It's a scam that continues and continues and continues, and they pass it on to you guys.
I've sold to florists that did that, and their bottom line was terrible.
Oh, you cannot do wire anymore.
And they
And
work
they-
like dogs.
Yeah, and the sad thing is that if it's cross-country, you can't, unless the person calls you and tells you, you don't know how nice the flowers are, and that could, you know.
That's why you should always take a picture of it and send it to Aunt Mary and say, look, your flowers are beautiful, and then she gets an idea of what she said.
See, in my business too, we have warranty work companies we do it, and I look at it a different way. And it might be that when I'm doing that work, I'm just straight labor on there. I have no customer acquisition cost, I have no marketing cost, I have nothing whatsoever besides that's profit coming in. You know, it's like people would say, oh, I don't pay credit cards. Well, when I do credit cards, I'm getting about 35% more on my ticket doing a credit card slip. Okay, they're taking 3%. I don't give them rats and cats.
I may start
People
the
are
credit
more
card.
ready to pay more because they're putting it on a card.
Where do you draw that line?
Yeah, but that is the line too, because once you get a following of all cash, it's very different, because now you're buying with cash. So now instead of paying $3 for something, they'll give it to you for $2 for cash, and you can pass that savings on. I try to pass it on. I don't know how many of you know what flowers go for, but I don't. For you guys, I barely even sometimes double it. You know, but I
Yeah,
don't.
there's a big profit margin.
It's a 3.5 to 6%.
There's a lot of loss.
But I just don't do that. And I do a lot of, if you have a box of vases, drop them off on my front porch, and then I don't have to charge the next person for that vase.